Okay, ladies, this is Move It Monday for the first Monday in October. Woo! Where's Gail's pom-poms? Um, there we go. Tonight, Scott does not have an opportunity call tonight, so we are going to just talk about it ourselves, which we are very good at. And I don't know, the only person I'm not sure is a consultant is Mara. I don't know if you can tell us who you are or if you would just like to be quiet and listen. But if you're new to Jafra, if you don't know Jafra, or if you're not a consultant, if you could let us know in the chat or just speak up and say, that would be awesome. Let us know who you are. And if you are a consultant, let us know that too. So we can know how best to help you, because that's what this portion is really all about. So if you have questions, anyone has questions, then
Flintstones.
Yeah, that's the WhatsApp calling. Yeah, someone's trying to call me, of course. Sorry, I got totally turned around there. Anyway, if you have questions, or if you guys can stop me at any point during this little mini recording we're doing, and because that's what this is about. It's about you guys. So my story, we're going to talk about when you go out and talk to people about the business, you're going to meet all kinds of different people. So some people are interested in making money. Some people are interested in getting a discount. Some people really want, because they really want good skincare, but they just can't afford retail pricing. And some people think that's how they want it, and then they get going, and then they start making money, and then they're surprised into doing a business. So we like all of the above. We accept all of the above into our family, and that's, I think, one of the best things about Jafra. There's so many good things about Jafra. If you missed our call last week, we talked about the top 7 reasons I think you should join Jafra, and then we added a few more, and that one is on the YouTube channel. If you want to know where that is, let me know. But this week we're going to talk about how to talk about the business and what your story is. So you're going to tweak this a little bit with each person you talk to, because sometimes, like for me, I was a single mom when I started. So for me, it was that was a whole different set of reasons that I would join versus someone who's in a corporate area and who has a 9-to-5, which I did at the time actually, but I was also a mom. Or if they're a stay-at-home mom and they have a whole family and their husband and kids and sports and their life is crazy with that. It all depends on, each person is different. So when you're talking to people, Jafra fits into any lifestyle. It fits into any time schedule. That's what we call the freedom to be you. So you are free to do the business at whatever level you want to do it. And that is a beautiful thing, whether you're just going to do here and there, or whether you need this to be a full-time income for your family, all of those levels are possible. So you just got to tell us what you want and how you want to learn and how you want to grow, and then we can help you. So if you're here and you have not joined Jafra yet, welcome. But if you're here and you're a new consultant, this is good for you too, because this is going to blah, 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 blah. It's going to show you how to condense your story into a very small and concise elevator pitch, I guess you could say. So I wrote mine out a while ago because I post it sometimes on my my page, mostly because I can. So I will just read this to you or show it to you. I've done it off the cuff for you guys a few times, but just sometimes it helps to see it written out. So I wrote mine, and I said, my name is Lori, and I'm a business owner. When I was introduced to Jafra, I was a single mom trying to provide a better life for my little boy. A girl that I knew asked me if I might be interested in the business, and I was not familiar with Jafra at the time, but I was impressed by the 50% commission opportunity and the fact that I would get almost $600 in high-quality products in my business kit for only $99. I was all about the deal at the time. Now Jafra is helping me to pay my monthly household expenses and gives me the opportunity to help others grow both personally and professionally. I also have the opportunity to travel and build friendships with women all over the country. And the best part is I am becoming the strong, confident woman that I always wanted to be. If you'd like to learn more about Jafra can help you write your story, please contact me. I would love to answer any questions you may have. Now, obviously, this is my story, and this is one that I would post rather than say, but the idea is that you would want to be able to say that or some version of it if someone asked, what do you do? So you could, and you, again, you're going to tweak that. So if you're talking to an 18-year-old girl, you're not going to talk about being a single mom unless she's got a baby in tow, you know. So you're going to talk about the freedom and the flexibility, because those are real things. And Jafra can fit right into college life, or right into, you know, if you're going to school or whatever it is. So sorry, sick brain, that's all I'm going to say. Combination of blonde and sick, it's a bad thing. So anyway, so I don't know if any of you guys have or would be comfortable sharing some version of your story. It doesn't have to be the exact 30 minutes, 1 minute, but any of you guys who are here, who have been consultants for a while, would any of you guys be willing to share an example of your story? Anyone? And crickets. I love it. I didn't tell anybody they were going to be put on the spot, so that's kind of always a hard thing. Hold on, Vicki.
Yeah.
There you are.
Richard just saw that I put this up behind me because, you know, and he goes, I don't like that. You need to take that down. It's for the call. He said, I like it, but I don't like it up there. I said, it's just for the call tonight. So
you know, Richard doesn't think that's great for, for every day.
He came up the stairs and he said, I don't like that. You need to take that down. I said, it's for tonight. Okay, so, you know, I think it's important, Lori, that when you're talking about, well, of course, you know, I'm lucky. Jafra did a video. And so I'm going to tell you that if you do your Jafra story, I think it's impressive not only to write it, if you want to write it, but I think you should take a video of yourself. And so what I found out, Lori, is that the phone, at least at the Apple store, you know, I've been taking these classes, and your phone has the best camera, he told me, better than your computer or whatever, that the phone has a really high calendar and has a high lens and all that stuff. So he recommended that you video yourself, and that way you can do it over and over again. I recommend that you video yourself. Richard, call Sally. So I recommend that. So that was my thought, is that if you're doing it, the reason being that you can then have it in a video form, and you can put it into YouTube, and even, you know, and I just think it's more impressive when they can see you. Don't you think, Lori?
Absolutely.
I would say, rather than write it, that's what I guess I'm trying to say, is rather than write it, video yourself. And then if you don't know how to download it to YouTube, we could probably talk about that, Lori, right? Because it's not that hard. And there's a place right on your phone that says download it to YouTube. Then that way you'll take your little HTTP, whatever it is, the little code number, and you can put that, you can send that to anybody.
Yep.
And they're going to be a lot more impressed with your story, I think, than being in writing. So
well, it's your brand. You're talking to the people that are going to be your friends, or your, you know, the old saying, not old saying, but kind of old, you know, everything gets old in 5 years, is your tribe or your people or your group. You know, whoever connects with you personally, they're going to do that because they see you and they see your personality. So someone that connects to me might not connect to the person next to me, but that's because they react to something in my personality or your personality that makes them go, ooh, I like that person. I believe that person. And like Vicki said, when you're on video and you're doing it and you're real, and it doesn't matter if you mess up, because messing up makes you human, and people will like you because you just let you just roll with that. You know, I mean, obviously if you're messing up every other word, you probably want to re-record yourself.
And that's the beauty of it, is that you can do it over and over again.
Exactly.
But the other thing, Lori, that I would like to do, and I, because you're so techie, I want to be able to have a scan. So there's a place somewhere on the internet where they'll make a scan of your story so that I can put it on my business card. Because I think
the QR code?
Yeah, a QR code, is that what it's called? I think it'd be cool if you had your business card and you had your story scanned on your card, so that all they have to do is take their phone, go like that, scan it, and your story comes up.
That is very true.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of like that idea, but remember that even if you don't have that, they can go in and see your story. You can still have it on your card.
Yeah.
But when you send them to on the computer, they can just click on that HTTP and your story comes up. I have mine on my email. So at the very bottom it says, "Hear Vicki's story," and then that way all they have to do is click on "Hear Vicki's story," and it takes them right to the video. And you guys could do that too. It's not that hard to do it. So, you know, I just, like I say, recommend. It's a lot easier than writing, especially if you're not adept at writing, to be able to do it several times and have it to be on video. So I choose video. And by the way, Lori, for being sick, you look fabulous.
Thank you, darling.
I'm not kidding you. You look fabulous. I can't believe you're sick.
Well, I did shower. That helps.
That helps. I've had that happen to me, Lori. You know, where you go to bed and you wake up, it's like, oh, okay, I'm getting something. And you wake up in the morning, it's like, oh, I'm so sick.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting here looking at you thinking, wow, that camera does a lot for you. You gotta keep that going.
I'm telling you, it's a good camera to have. It forgives a lot.
Yeah, it really is. I'm looking at, I have a light right here, so I like to have the light on me, but I'm thinking you're looking good. And you got your eye makeup done really good too.
Thank you. Thank you. Coming from you, that means a lot, Vicki. Because
I don't know about that. Thank you.
Okay, so the 4 questions that people like to know is: how much time does it take? How much money do I make? How much does it cost? And how do I get started? So if somewhere in the midst of your story that you're making, if you can wind some of that also. So like I said, remember we were talking about how you can do different stories for different people. So it went like with what Vicki's talking about, doing a video, you could do 5 different videos that you have, like single moms, click here, you know, students, click here. And you can have different things and talk about different subjects and different ways that you can use Jafra, rather than trying to cram it all into one video. You could do little snippets, little short videos that you could even have a short enough to text. Right. So I think that it's those, when you answer those questions, in the how to do my story, which I would have to go find on my computer, there is the other questions, and the ones that I was answering in my story were, you know, how did I hear about Jafra? What is Jafra doing for me? What's the best part of being in the company? You know, all of those things. And so there's like sets of questions someone already came up with a training that was already done. So you guys don't have to think about it or figure out what you have to say. You just have to answer the questions in a way that makes sense to you. So I'm actually going to go see.
You know what, Lori? The other thing that I like, and that we were talking about the other day with the president's group.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Is that we love the videos that you have on your website, your YouTube website. And we were saying, why would we not want to go through them? I think I would challenge everyone here on this call tonight. And by the way, you're all really dark. Wow.
Mariah, they all need my camera.
I can't see you at all. You guys need to go get a light like I have and shine it on you. Get a light and shine it so we can see you. Anyways, we like using those links. So for example, to save them all the time in trouble, they need to go through all those videos, which is what we're doing, and we're going to choose the ones we like the best for new consultants, so that therefore my letter to people when I'm introducing myself, first of all, I have links. So on my letter, my email letter, okay, they just have to click on the link to hear my story. Then the next one they click on is the Royal Ritual story, right? And I just have places for them to click. So rather than making yourself do all the work, we've already done all the work. I mean, if you go through the videos, you'll see the ones you like. I love the one, Lori, that you did on why place an order every month, even if it's only $1 a month. I mean, every consultant that's starting should watch that video. Mm-hmm. So why would I want to redo that video when I got you doing it? So that's my feeling, is that Lori's not really saying they need to order through her.
No.
Nothing. It's a generic video. So why redo it? Just find videos that have already been done, copy the links, and that's what I've done, is I've copied the links, and then next to it I write what it's about. Okay, now this is my complaint with Mia. I mean, I love Mia, and I hope everybody here knows what Mia is. But I think Mia should send out some of these links, Lori, so that
I'll have to talk to her about that. No, I'm kidding.
We need to talk to her. She needs to say, have you watched this? Because these are to new consultants. So she has all these cute things that she says, about your attitude and about what you're doing and what your day is going to be like and how you're going to incorporate Jafra. And these are for new consultants. But I think she should also say, hey, I got a great video for you to watch. Click here. So I want to talk to Mia. You need to talk to Mia and tell her.
Yeah, I'll talk to an animated object. It'll be awesome. No, I'm kidding.
No, I don't know.
I know there's a whole section for it.
All right. Well, we got to find out the person that does Mia and have her put a few links in those videos because I get them every day. Mm-hmm. And I think, wow, click here. You want to know how to do this? Click here, right?
Yeah, and they have a lot of great training on Jafra Royalty now under the Beautiful. I mean, they could add those in there,
Right. Yeah, right. So we got to.
There's lots available to you. Those of you who are new, go check out JafraRoyalty.com also under the Beautiful tab. There is so many great training videos, skincare training, just about our products, how to talk about them. And it makes a big difference when you feel more confident about what you're talking about. You're going to be just more confident in general when you're talking about whether it's about the business or the product. So
yeah, and I hope all of you will go watch my story because it's there.
For sure.
My story is there on JafraRoyalty.com, and I think it's under my story, isn't it?
I believe so. And then, because Vicki, for those of you who don't know, Vicki is our ambassador in the English division. So she is a rock star. She's been in Jafra for over 50 years. So she has lots of experience and lots of wonderful things to talk about. And she has her personal story about how she joined Jafra and all of that on Jafra Royalty because all the ambassadors have been interviewed. So that's pretty awesome too. And you can get lots of great ideas. When people are starting off, a lot of times we don't have a story because we haven't used the products long enough. So when I started off, I used my manager's stories because I didn't have a story yet, But so that's what those are there for. Those are there for you to share. You can share, well, there's Vicki and she's been in Jafra for 50 years and this is her experience. And here's Lori over here and this is her experience because you don't have that story yet. And that's what, we are all here to share and support each other, which I think is amazing.
Yep. And don't forget to stay on tonight because Debbie Lawson's.
Yes, we're going to do some, Vicki and Debbie are going to do some wonderful skincare. So if you want to screenshot this, these are the 6 questions for writing your story. So if you write the answers to these questions, you can write your own story and you can make it, keep it down to about a minute if you can, just so that the more that you say your story in a way that you want to express yourself, the easier it's going to flow. And then when you do your video, like Vicki very smartly suggested, then, or whether you're writing it or talking about it or talking to someone at the store in the line at the store, you're going to have it, it's going to come out easier and easier and it's going to flow easier and easier because you're saying it and writing it so much. So the 6 questions are, I am, so what do you do? So for me, it was, I am a business owner. In my life, I wanted, so for me, it was, I wanted a better life for my son and I, right? Number 3, I was introduced to Jafra. And even if it's not in these exact orders, if you switch a couple of them around, it's okay. The idea is that you want these pieces of information. So I was introduced to Jafra by a girl who told me about Jafra. Number 4, I was impressed with, and this is where you're going to give Jafra credibility. So that's where I said I was impressed with the 50% commission opportunity and the $600 in products for $99. That's what I used for that. And you're welcome to use the same thing because it's true. Jafra is helping me. So that is where I talked about, I'm going to completely draw a blank, helping me to pay my monthly bills and also to help me to share business opportunity with other people and help them to grow. And number 5, the best part is I'm becoming stronger and more confident as a woman and the way I always wanted to be. So backstory on that, I was very, very shy growing up. Even 5 or 6 years ago in my Jafra journey, I probably wouldn't have done this. So, now I'm doing this all the time and I truly love it. I love teaching. I love sharing with you guys and seeing light bulbs come on and sharing fun things and seeing people be successful. That makes my heart really happy. So that's part of my journey and part of my story. So for you, it might be something else. But the idea is that you answer those questions in a way that you can share with anyone who asks me, what is it you do again? what's Jafra? And then you can go, well, let me tell you. So that is the concept. This is a wonderful company, and if you are watching this and you're not a part of Jafra, talk to the person who invited you to come listen. I call it the Jafra family, because we really do support each other and help each other out and lift each other up, whether we're on the same team or we're, just sisters in Jafra, or just a consultant who's not super connected to anybody all over the country. We really love on each other. And I think that is one of the beautiful, wonderful things about this company. We really want each other to succeed and to grow. So hopefully that gave you some ideas about how to talk about Jafra, how to share the wonderful opportunity, especially during this holiday season, guys. This is the time when someone coming in new can make a lot of money. So if someone needs the cash, you think about it. Who do you know that needs money for Christmas presents for their kids? Who do you know that's had a hard year and needs money to pay the bills? Who do you know that wants to go on vacation and just wants extra spending money, or some new shoes that cost a lot of money? Whatever it is, this is a great time of year to come into the company. Number one, you get a discount on all your own Christmas gifts. And number two, you have the opportunity to offer great service and help someone else out by offering an easy way to get their Christmas gifts for their family. So go out there and spread the Jafra love, ladies. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna wrap this portion up. It's been wonderful chatting about the opportunity with all of you, and hopefully you got a couple nuggets of information. And I'm going to stop recording now, and we will see you guys next week, which will be, I believe, let me see. It'll be just us again, and the following week will be Scott. So next week we will see you same time at 5 o'clock for the opportunity portion. And then at 5:30, we start Move It Monday. So we'll be right back.